G'day guys, Jaydon here from Abraham's Fortune Wellness Centre, sharing a little bit about where I'm at right now. I've had some time to reflect today on my personal faith journey. I'm asking questions now that I just thought I'd never be asking myself, especially 10 years ago, being an atheist. I was a staunch atheist, my friends, as most of us are in our late teenage years. I know everything, I can prove everything, if you can't prove it, it's not real, etc. and so on. And now 10 years later, I'm asking questions like, how can I discern between my own will and God's will in my life? How can I really flesh out when it's subtly the ego calling me to do things and when things are actually God, and my stories that sort of add layers on top of just confusion in some ways, right? But I'm so thankful to be asking these questions because it's a testament to how far I've come towards God on my journey. Like I said, 10 years ago, staunch atheist, Since then, finished high school, got a job, didn't find happiness there, got a girlfriend, didn't find happiness there, got popular, went to university and found popularity, something that I thought 100% was going to make me fulfilled. I'd searched for it my whole entire life, during school, during family. Any space that I was in, I always wanted that sort of center of attention on myself. And then I found it, and it was brilliant, but I was still yearning for something else. And consciously, I hadn't really worked that out yet. I thought I had it, a good thing going, as they say. And it was on a day early in December of 2016 that I decided to meditate for a bit. I was very new to meditating. I just thought, what you do, sit down, close your eyes, clear your mind, thoughts come up, let them go. Mindfulness, right? And so I'm sitting there meditating just like I am to you in this room right now, closing my eyes. And what I felt, what I can only describe as like a darkness. It felt like a dark cloud, like smoke, but like dark. It felt like this dark energy, and I could just feel it like coming through the room, right? And sort of getting closer, coming around my shoulders. And as this darkness is doing this, I just felt like a storm cloud, right? I felt like, what do I do? It didn't feel like I could come to and just escape this thing. It felt like, not that it was physical, it did feel physical in a way, but it felt ethereal, it felt mysterious. Like it wouldn't just be like, oh, okay, I can bring myself to. I needed to sit with this in some sort of way, and that wasn't the answer, to just open my eyes. And I thought, well, okay, I'll take myself to my happy place. Never done this before, usually a pretty happy-go-lucky person. And I thought, okay, in this space, I'm going to take myself to that happy place though. And my happy place at the time was not any of the popular parties. It wasn't any of the times I went drinking with my girlfriend back in the day. It wasn't any of the, great days that I had at work. It was a moment a couple of months prior where I was away on holiday with my family, which was a nice experience in itself. But there was one moment, just one specific moment, where everything seemed perfect. Obviously it wasn't perfect, right? There's probably things happening in all sorts of areas that weren't perfect, but everyone in my family was sitting there enjoying themselves. I'd had a great day. My younger sister there at the time, who I still have a very strong connection with, we were bonding, and having a laugh, and everyone's having a laugh, and it's a sunny, the sun's setting, and everyone around us is on holiday, swimming in the pool, or everyone's just having a good time, and there was so much light, so much light in that moment, that when I put myself into that space and reconnected to that moment in my life, the darkness, it disappeared. It's like it ran out of the room faster than Forrest Gump. And I came to in that moment, as I felt the darkness leave, I came out of that space, like it felt like I was there. I came out of that back into my college dorm room, sitting on the floor with my legs crossed and fingers in the mudra. And I started crying because I didn't know what it was. I do understand, I think, what it is nowadays. But back then, I didn't know who God was. I didn't know how important love was. I didn't know what that moment represented in my life, aside from my happiest moment. But so emotional, and it sort of sparked this, or planted this seed, sparked this idea in my head of, okay, if that's the most powerful moment in my life, this moment full of love and light, why is that the most powerful? Why is that where I went to when the darkness entered in? And I couldn't fully answer it. I mean, there were some things about it, but like it was no different to any of some of the other times I had on that holiday that felt just as, you know, whimsical and fun. But this moment felt different. It just felt serene and peaceful in a way that I could not describe. And it led me to ask, okay, what is love? You know, let me go to philosophy, which brought me to religion, which brought me to Christ, which brought me to Bhakti Yoga, which has all accumulated to bring me to God. And I'm very thankful to be sharing that with you guys today. Look forward to sharing a little bit more about my journey and maybe hearing about some of your guys' faith journeys as well. Let us know in the comments how you came to God, where you're at with God right now. Any questions you might have about my faith journey, would love to hear them, guys. Until next time.